Valguero just launched, and the first thing that you are going to want to do is spawn in and then put down those first foundations of your starter base. I've visited all 10 easy spawn locations to scope out the best spots to put those starter bases, and in this video I'm going to show you my top 10. First up, and by far the easiest starter location to get set up in, we have the island ruins at latitude 52.2, longitude 38.2. This is right next to the small island spawn point. In all honesty, this location would easily see you through to the end game with the amount of space and pre-existing structures it already has. When you cross over the bridge and through the gatehouse, you'll enter the first courtyard where there is plenty of space for storing and breeding dinos. It's surrounded on all sides by a wall, which you can use to get great views of the surrounding landscape. Through the second arch, you'll find another smaller courtyard area and the way into the pre-built structure. Inside, there are multiple rooms and loads of floor space that can be customized to suit your own base requirements. Out the back of the fort, there's even a set of stairs that takes you down towards the perfect dock and water pen location, meaning that this site really can tick off all of your base requirements. When it comes to resources, the waters around this island are filled with oil nodes, and you're really close to the redwoods where you'll find great tames and easy access to metal and crystal. To the south of the island, just over the bridge, there is another island, so if you want to expand even further, there's plenty of room for that too. If a pre-built hobbit hole is more of your style, then this little underground house at latitude 57.7, longitude 34.6 will be perfect for you. It's just across the water from the previous location, and you can get here by spawning in with the small island spawn. The structure here is considerably smaller, but it's a super easy location to secure, and it's a great place to start your early game adventuring. It features a small front garden area with a charming facade, and once you step through the magical round doorway, you'll enter a little corridor that leads you to a decently sized subterranean chamber. There's not a whole lot of height in here, so you're not going to be able to place the larger crafting stations or have anything much bigger than a stego inside, but we're looking for starter base locations, and this is perfect for that. You're situated directly below the redwoods, so you'll have easy access to the resources and tames that spawn there. Overall, this is a really cute little spot and perfect for your first adventures on this map. Personally, I quite like my starter bases to be off the ground, and this rocky platform at latitude 64.9, longitude 63.7 gives the perfect flat space for that. Really close to the beach zone 3 spawn point, this platform area only has one ramp leading up to it, which means it's really easy to secure. It's also high enough that the allosaurus that fall down from the plains above can't reach you. The build area itself is really flat and it is covered in river rocks, meaning you'll be able to grab yourself a load of early game metal right outside your front door. This location isn't great for wood, as the beach only has a couple of trees and some fallen trunks, but it's not a bad spot for getting that first base down quickly. In the surrounding area, you're going to find a good selection of early to mid game tames, and the new megaraptors spawn on the plains at the top of the cliffs. If you choose the Boreal Forest Zone 1 spawn location, you're going to find yourself in an amazing area for resources and tames. And there's a couple of really nice spots to get that early game base set up in. At latitude 53.9, longitude 48.8, there are some ruined structures that would make a great foundation for a base build, or there is plenty of room on the beach for a ground base too. The area is teeming with useful tames, and if you head east up the hill towards Green you're going to come across a load of metal and crystal nodes. Down in the water, you'll find a good amount of oil rocks, as well as more metal nodes and a variety of corals for extra thatch and wood. The only problem with this area is that sometimes spinos spawn, but as long as you keep an eye out, I'm sure you'll be fine. You're only a stone's throw from the lake here too, so you can easily go and grab yourself an early game otter. At latitude 61.9, longitude 74.1, close to the beach zone 2 spawn, you're going to find another handy rock platform that's easy for a player to get onto, but slightly harder for a wild dino to navigate. There isn't as much room up here as the rock platform further up the coast, but there is still plenty of space for a starter base, and you could easily build a dino pen down below, backing onto the side of the rock. You've got really great access from here up to the Boreal Forest, where you'll find beaver dams, megaraptors and deinonychus nests, as well as a host of resources including wood, stone, metal and crystal. You also have easy access to the waters, where you'll find the entrance to the abyss and the deep water section filled with pearls. If you spawn into Boreal Forest Zone 3 and head to latitude 55.1, longitude 75.6, you'll find a really nice little promontory jutting out into Beaver Lake. Jungle Zone 2 spawns you on this piece of land sometimes as well, so that's a quick way to get here if you want to. There's a large flat area here with really easy access to a whole host of resources, and more importantly, beaver dams, which means you'll be able to get your hands on a whole range of useful materials that will let you progress a lot quicker. You'll also find the giant beaver dens up here too, which are jam-packed with resources for you to claim. The neighbours here are a little temperamental, so you'll want to keep your wits about you, but I think this is a really great little starting spot that has plenty of room for you to expand as you progress. If you brave a little swim in the waters of Beaver Lake around 53.0, longitude 73.4, you'll come across a ruined fort on an island. This is a great location because even with its crumbling walls, the bridge is the only way land predators are going to be able to get in to attack you, and it would be super easy to get that blocked off early game. You've got easy access to all the same beaver dams and dens as before, plus some easy crystal and metal nodes for you to harvest as well. I really like these pre-built ruins for early game bases because they take away a lot of the material requirements to make a safe and secure space, and that means that you can focus on advancing your tools and kits instead. This would be a great spot for staying in for a while as well because there's plenty of room for you to grow. Jungle 1 says that it's an easy spawn location, but you are right next to the swamp and all the goodies that has to offer, so it's definitely not the easiest place to get started. But if you do spawn here and you can get to latitude 50.5, longitude 80.1, then there is a lovely little ruined structure that would make your first couple of days a lot easier. There is a little pool of water just out the front, so you won't need to trek all the way down to the swamp to get a drink, and the balcony gives you a bit of protected outside space too. The building itself is pretty simple, but it's got some solid walls and a roof, and it would be pretty straightforward to build in order to block up the gaps and make it completely secure. Jungle Zone 3 spawns deposit you fairly close to the Lost Temple, and for this area one of the first places I'd be trying to get to would be the bridge at latitude 44.1, longitude 85.4. There are some great resources nearby, including loads of metal and crystal, and easy access to water too. If you're on single player or a laid back server, then a little starter base on the bridge would be a really easy construction, but if you want to leave the bridge clear, then the cliff ledges on either side have plenty of space for a small home while you find your feet. I like this spot because you've got pretty direct access to two different biomes. Up will take you to the jungle and down will take you to the swamp. And because the Lost Temple is just up the cliffside, you have a really useful staircase that can take you in both directions. Our final starter base location is actually two little subterranean treasures that can be found at latitude 42.6, longitude 85.1, and then slightly lower down the cliff face at latitude 42.7, longitude 84.6. These covered areas are landings between stairs that lead up from the swamp to the bridge, but they'd be perfect spots for little bases while you gather your resources and tools. You've got the same great access to resources as with the last location, and there's obsidian on the rocks just above the upper chamber. You'll only need to construct a floor and some walls here to make a secure space for your early workstations, storage and tames, and a PT can fit between the existing pillars so you can fly in and out easily. I think these are both great little spots for those first couple of nights on the map, just while you try and work out where everything is and pick your final base location. So that was my top 10 starter base locations for Valguero. If you're looking for a more permanent or larger base location, then don't forget to check out the video on screen now, and I will see you in the ARK. Take care.